Nick Saban strikes again, lands one of the most coveted defensive players in the transfer portal. We're going to talk about that defensive lineman that's swinging over from College Station to Tuscaloosa, made the commitment today, a former 5-star. Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. If you're not part of what we're doing here, like and subscribe. We want you to be a part of it. Roll Tide, everybody. Let's get this thing going. What do you say, everybody? Welcome to the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. And it is that time of year now where we're seeing Alabama and Nick Saban strike on big targets. And when I'm telling you a big target, one just added Alabama and is going from Texas A&M to Tuscaloosa. And I'm talking about defensive lineman LT Overton. Visited Nick Saban. You got that feeling. You go to the Saban's house. You're going to play for Alabama, right? And it goes back to that recruiting class where we kept seeing all these players go to Texas A&M. And it was like, why are all these guys going to Texas A&M? Because it was on the heels of another bad season. It was obvious that Jimbo wasn't really getting it done. Let's just be honest. And what we saw was NIL money was being used for recruiting, and they took advantage of it. So I don't know what the deal was with Overton, but I know that Alabama's Nick Saban and former Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher got into a back and forth over this, and Jimbo Fisher went nuclear on Nick, the guy that kind of helped him in his career when he was offensive coordinator. And Texas A&M, despite a bunch of talent, never got it going. And he was fired. And now a lot of these guys are transferring out, right? Well, one of the most coveted guys was off of that defensive line. And we saw it when Alabama played at Texas A&M. These guys get after you. And that is Overton. This is a good move for Alabama. First off, you're talking about a former 5-star prospect out of Milton, Georgia. Secondly, Overton is a big dude, 6'5", almost 270, 265. He's got 2 years of eligibility remaining. So he's going to slot right in, and you're going to see him in the rotation next year immediately. And if Nick Saban and Alabama are going to continue to have success on the field, as we've seen this year and throughout the years, it starts on both sides of the line. As Alabama's gotten better this year, the offensive line's gotten better. The defensive line has improved throughout the season, and this is going to be someone that will help them moving forward. He will not be able to play in the bowl game, but next year, from what I understand. So 2 seasons at Texas A&M, 48 tackles, 3 for loss, a sack. They're not mind-boggling numbers, but you're talking about a guy who comes in with experience, and now he gets into the Alabama system where Nick Saban can try to help him with obviously Kevin Steele as the defensive coordinator and the rest of the staff improve, get better, and obviously help the Crimson Tide win. So you get this guy, and then you add him into what has already become a class that's starting to bear down on possibly being the number 1 class. Now, there's a lot of things that can happen. Tomorrow's the early signing period. Obviously, you have the February signing period. The transfer portal. Here's a former 5-star in there, a top 10 player. Yesterday, Alabama added Jashawn Ross. He joins from Missouri. Another great athlete, a 4-star athlete. He made that announcement yesterday, which is excited and to be part of the class, the 22nd member of the 2024 class. But you're talking about with Ross, 6'4", 220-pounder out of Liberty North High School in Kansas City, Missouri. The number 6 player in Missouri and the number 21 overall edge prospect in the class. So big deal, big deal. We're going to continue to watch as Alabama continues to put guys in this class going down to the wire tomorrow. And we'll be on here tomorrow to talk about the guys as they sign. We'll have Nick Saban on when he does his press conference after most of the contracts come in. But it's exciting. National Signing Day has always been a lot of fun. And for Alabama, they go to Texas A&M, arguably the best defensive line talent in the SEC and in the country. And they pull off one of those guys to come to Tuscaloosa with Jimbo getting fired. I want to remind you guys that our channel is presented by Pearl River Resort over in Choctaw, Mississippi. You're talking about the Timeout Sports Lounge and Sports Book right there at Golden Moon Casino. You got Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. You got the spa. It is really a great time of year with all the holiday stress. You want to get away. It's an hour and a half from Tuscaloosa, 2 hours from Birmingham, an easy drive from anywhere in the state of Alabama. But they take great care of you over there. You got all the table games and the slots. And then, obviously the sports book, you've got the window, it's open. They've got kiosks, great experience over at Pearl River Resort. All right. We'll talk to you guys as things break here, but more